Hello friends, this is Obulesh. Welcome to my channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating history of the English language. Have you ever wondered how English, a language spoken by over 1.5 billion people around the world, came into existence? What are the influences that shaped it into what it is today? In this video, we'll explore the origins and evolution of English, tracing its journey through time and across different cultures. Stay tuned, and let's embark on this linguistic adventure together. Before we start, here are some intriguing questions for you. Try to answer them as you watch the video. We'll reveal the answers at the end. Which ancient language is considered the common ancestor of many modern languages, including English? Which tribes are responsible for bringing the early Germanic influences to England? What major event in 1066 significantly impacted the development of the English language? Which language influenced Old English with many religious and educational terms? What was the role of the Vikings in the development of the English language? How did the Renaissance impact the English language? What was the significance of William Caxton in the history of the English language? Which famous literary figure played a crucial role in shaping early modern English? How did British colonialism contribute to the spread of English worldwide? Name one non-English word that has been borrowed into the English language. Now let's begin our journey through the history of English. 1. Proto-Indo-European roots. The story of the English language begins around 4500 to 2500 BCE with Proto-Indo-European, PIE. This ancient language is believed to be the common ancestor of many modern languages, including English, German, and Hindi. The PIE speakers were likely a nomadic people who lived in the steppes north of the Black Sea. As they migrated across Europe and Asia, they brought their language with them, which eventually diverged into various branches. One of these branches was the Germanic family, which would later give rise to English. The Germanic tribes, including the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, settled in what is now England around the 5th century CE, bringing with them their distinct Germanic dialects. Number 2. Germanic tribes and Old English. The Germanic tribes played a crucial role in the development of Old English, spoken from approximately 450 to 1150 CE. Their languages formed the foundation of what we now recognize as Old English. This period saw the creation of many fundamental words related to everyday life, warfare, and agriculture. One of the most famous works from this era is the epic poem Beowulf, which provides a glimpse into the vocabulary and structure of Old English. Despite its complexity, Old English laid the groundwork for the language we speak today. Through the influence of Latin. Before the Germanic tribes arrived, Latin had already started to influence the local Celtic languages in Britain. The Romans controlled Britain from 43 to 410 CE, and Latin was the language of administration and the military. Many Latin words entered the local lexicon, particularly those related to governance, infrastructure, and religion. With the Christianization of England in the 7th century, Latin's influence grew even stronger. The church and scholarly activities were conducted in Latin, which introduced numerous religious, educational, and administrative terms into Old English. 4. Scandinavian impact. From the late 8th to the 11th century, Viking invasions and settlements brought Old Norse into close contact with Old English. The Vikings, hailing from Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, established the Danelaw in northern and eastern England, where Old Norse and Old English mingled. This interaction had a profound impact on the English language. Old Norse contributed many everyday words to English, such as sky, egg, knife, and husband. Additionally, the grammatical structure of English was simplified, with a reduction in the use of inflections, making the language more analytical. Number 5. Norman Conquest in Middle English. The Norman Conquest of 1066 was a pivotal event in the history of the English language. William the Conqueror and his Norman followers spoke Old Norman, a Romance language derived from Latin. They established French as the language of the court, law, and administration in England. For the next 300 years, England became a trilingual society, with Latin used in the church, French in the government, and English among the common people. This period marked the emergence of Middle English, spoken from 1150 to 1500 CE. Middle English absorbed a significant amount of French vocabulary, particularly in the fields of law, art, literature, religion, and fashion. During this time, the grammar of English continued to simplify, moving towards a more analytic structure. 6. Renaissance and early modern English. The Renaissance, starting in the 14th century, brought a renewed interest in the study of classical languages and literature, significantly impacting the English language. Early modern English, spoken from 1500 to 1700 CE, saw a substantial influx of Latin and Greek words, particularly in science, medicine, literature, and the arts. The invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg in the mid-15th century and its introduction to England by William Caxton in 1476 had a profound effect on the English language. Printing helped standardize spelling and grammar, making written English more uniform. Prominent figures like William Shakespeare and the translation of the King James Bible also played crucial roles in shaping early modern English. Shakespeare's extensive vocabulary and inventive use of language introduced many new words and expressions, while the King James Bible set a standard for literary and religious English. 7. Colonialism and global spread of English. The expansion of the British Empire from the early 16th century to the 20th century played a significant role in spreading the English language worldwide. English became the language of administration, trade, and education in many colonies, leading to its global influence. As English spread, it borrowed words from numerous languages, enriching its vocabulary. For example, pajamas from Hindi, algebra from Arabic, cannibal from Caribbean languages, and boomerang from Aboriginal Australian languages. Number 8. Modern era and global English. In the 20th and 21st centuries, English has emerged as a global lingua franca, used in international business, science, technology, and diplomacy. The rise of the internet and social media has further solidified English's status as a global language. English continues to evolve, absorbing new words and expressions from various cultures and adapting to the needs of its speakers. It remains a dynamic and ever-changing language, reflecting the diverse and interconnected world we live in today. The evolution of the English language is a testament to the power of cultural exchange and historical events. From its Proto-Indo-European roots to its current status as a global lingua franca, English has been shaped by various influences and continues to adapt and grow. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of English. We hope you enjoyed learning about the fascinating story of how this language came to be. Now, let's see how well you did with the questions. Answers to the questions. Proto-Indo-European, PIE, Angles, Saxons, and Jutes. The Norman Conquest in 1066. Latin Vikings contributed many everyday words and simplified English grammar. The Renaissance introduced many Latin and Greek words into English. William Caxton introduced the printing press to England, helping to standardize English. William Shakespeare. British colonialism spread English globally. Pajamas from Hindi. We hope you found this video informative and engaging. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching.